Hello everyone, my name is Max and today I'm here with my Tome Topple wrap-up. So if you don't know what Tome Topple is, Tome Topple was a 2-week-long readathon where you were only able to read books over 500 pages. They gave you 5 prompts and I was able to read 7 books. Unfortunately, I did not hit one of the prompts. It was read a graphic novel. I just don't read graphic novels a lot. I tried, I got one and it just wasn't the right one. I got one called From Hell, which is about Jack the Ripper, which sounds really interesting, but it was really confusing and really boring. And by then I only had 1 day left, so it wasn't worth trying to get another one. So without further ado, let's just get into it. The first book I finished was A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. This is the second book in the Shades of Magic trilogy. Shades of Magic trilogy is about a world where a universe where there are 4 different worlds, and in this case we really see 4 different Londons, and one of our main characters can travel between the Londons and our other main character wants to be a pirate. The first one was okay. The second one, I just felt like the second one was so unnecessary. I gave the first one a 4 out of 5 stars. This one I'd probably maybe give a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I feel like, yes, a couple things were necessary. We had to meet Alucard, Emery. We had to, get to know the villain more, and we had to see the connection between Rye and Kel. But I feel like it could have been done in a novella. I feel like it would have been really good as a novella and a necessary novella, and then you go into the third one. Because this was just, it was long. It was 509 pages, and it just wasn't necessary in my mind. I really didn't enjoy it very much, which was unfortunate. So like I said, I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. And this hit the prompt of read an adult novel because the Shades of Magic trilogy is considered adult. The next book I picked up was Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in the Passenger duology. The Passenger is about a girl named Etta who is a violin prodigy, and then one day she is taken and thrown back in time, and it turns out she is a time traveler and she has to stop this bad guy. There are mixed reviews about this duology. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the characters. I like the plot. I like the romance. First one I gave a 4 out of 5. This one I gave a 4.5 out of 5. I really liked it. It was 532 pages. And this fits the category of read 2 tomes. And then after that, I picked up A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, the third and final book in the Shades of Magic trilogy. Now this one is 620 something pages, and I was worried because the first 2 weren't my favorite, and I loved this book. I loved it. If the whole trilogy had been like this, it would have been such a fantastic trilogy. I enjoyed it so much. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then this goes towards the prompt of finish a series, because this finishes the Shades of Magic trilogy. The next book I picked up was Wildwood by Colin Malloy and Carson Ellis. And this is about a girl whose little brother is kidnapped by a bunch of ravens and taken to a wildwood, a wood that no one goes into, but she goes to save him, and she is followed by her friend Curtis. This book was so good. I thought this was going to be more middle grade. It is definitely more young adult, and it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I liked the writing. I liked the flow. I liked the characters and the plot. It was fantastic. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I was not expecting it to be that good. The next book I read was partially in physical form, but I listened to the majority of it in audiobook form because I really liked the audiobook, and that was Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. This book was not my favorite. It's told in 2 different perspectives. One is about a girl named Darcy. It's about a girl named Darcy, and she is writing a novel, and this is about her getting published and editing and all that good stuff. And then the second point of view is her main character. Now, Darcy's point of view I liked well enough, but the second point of view, Lizzie's point of view, the main character, was... Lizzie's point of view, I liked. Lizzie's was just such classical, tropey YA, insta-love, not really, horrible communication with other characters, snotty younger siblings. It was just not very good. The The problem also is that I wasn't a huge fan of either of the main characters. I thought that they were both like really snotty. Well, Lizzie was okay. Lizzie, she suffered a terrorist attack. Like, that's okay. Darcy was very insecure, and she was snoopy, and she did what her girlfriend didn't want her to do. It was just awful. So I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars, maybe even lower. And a book that I was reading throughout the whole month was Buddy Read a Novel, and I did this one with one of my good friends, and we read American Gods by Neil Gaiman. This is about a war between the old gods and the new gods and a mortal who is caught in between. I really enjoyed it. It was 750 pages, and there were twists and there were turns and there were plot twists, and there was action, there was just like a smidge of romance, and it was just so good. I thought it was written very well. Neil Gaiman had been to every place that he mentioned in this novel, so he knew. He wasn't just pulling stuff out of his butt about what it was like. He went to every single place, and I thought it was fantastic. I gave it a 4.25 out of 5 stars. Then the last book I read this for Tome Topple was The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. This is about a world, like our world, but magic is real, but it is almost extinct. And one of our main characters is one of the last people with magic, and she has to go back in time to stop this man from taking this book. And when he took that book, it made magic almost extinct, something like that. It was okay. It was 500 pages on the dot, and it only really started getting good like the last 200 pages. Finally, it started getting action-y. Like, it was, the first 300 were pretty boring, I have to say. I expected a lot. A lot of people hyped this book up. A lot of people were really excited for this book. Goodreads gave it a really good score, but it just wasn't my favorite. I liked the characters, I liked the plot, I liked the writing. I just thought it was a little boring. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Alright everyone, that is it for my Tome Topple wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!